Hello, my name is Drew, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. Fragrance we're going to talk about today is Montblanc Legend, the first one. And of course, we're going to do a deep dive and or first impression to the fragrance right after we run the intro. Welcome back. And I want to thank you for dropping by my channel once again. And I hope to see you back again in future episodes to come. If you find any value and information offered, please consider subscribing to the channel. And also hit that like button so that the algorithm will help push the video out and so that you don't miss any future episodes. Let's talk about Montblanc Legend. All right, we're here on Fred Ranniker, and I understand that this is an older fragrance and one that's been around for quite a while, but my purpose is I want to put it on my channel and I want to see if you all think that it's still relevant in 2025. So let's take a quick look at it right quick. The main accords are fruity, sweet, aromatic, lavender, fresh, spicy, citrus, woody, vanilla, herbal, and fresh. Well, we got the price, so we might well talk about it. This particular one, if you try to go to somewhere like Macy's, because it's still one of the best-selling fragrances of all time, and if you try to get it at Macy's, they talking about $138. Please do not pay that. This particular one you can get at Joma Shop for 3.4 ounce bottle. You can get it for probably about 40 cents, $59. I've seen this particular fragrance around about $40. I think that's pretty much where it's at. Then it goes into the nose behind it, and it said Legend was launched in 2011. Then it goes into the notes of it. Let's go down here and check them out. It says the top notes are lavender, pineapple, bergamot, lemon, and lemon verbena. The mid is red apple, dried fruits, oak moss, geranium, corium, and rose. And then the base notes are tonka bean and sandalwood. Let's see what people got to say about it. Like I said, this has been around for quite a while. The pros are, it's fresh, fruity, and a clean smell. Elegant and formal, compliment getter, wonderful on the skin. Masterpiece, long lasting, so on and so on. And then we got the cons. We have to look at the good and the bad. It said doesn't last long. It says similar to other fragrances. We'll talk about it. Very popular, but not unique. And then somebody else says bad performance and generic quality. So let's go ahead on and talk about it. We're gonna get it on the channel and see what's going on with it. Now, for the sake of disclosure, I understand most people already know about Montblanc Legend. This right here is a legend. It's been around, and like I said before, one of the best-selling fragrances probably of all time. And it's basically an interpretation of a more expensive fragrance, which is, if I'm not mistaken, Abercrombie and Fitch. Fierce. That's the fragrance that this right here represents. So let's go ahead and get it sprayed. We're gonna break it down real quick and see what's what. Well, as you can see, it's just a plain black bottle. Nothing special. Lid just kind of snaps on a little bit. It's not that great. Just a regular plastic lid on it. We're not worried about that too much though. We want to know what this thing smells like, so that's what we're gonna work with. Let's go ahead and get him sprayed. Good spray or whatnot, pretty good amount coming out. Let's go ahead and dry him down just a minute, and then we're gonna check it out, see what's what for ourselves. Okay, after maybe about 5-10 seconds, as soon as you spray this particular one, you're gonna get that bergamot, lemon, verbena, and that pineapple. You're gonna get that as soon as you spray it. Then as the fragrance goes on, you definitely can pick up some floral in the background. Not real heavy, but you can definitely tell because it's got that lavender setting in the top. So I can definitely tell that it's there. Very pleasant scent. Like I said, you probably have already smelled this. This is for the people that have never dealt with Monblanc, don't know anything about it or whatnot. I want to put it on my channel. But this right here reminds me of a mall scent that, you know, it used to be every time I'd go in the mall, somewhere like Macy's or whatnot, this would probably be one of the main scents that you would smell. It's very popular. Yeah, this is a nice one right here. This is a nice, clean spring summer scent. This particular one, as it's setting up, I'm starting to pick up some of that apple. Some of that apple, geranium, whatnot. It definitely has a floral on the background, but not too much. This is a great scent. It's clean. It's not unique. But, you know, for the price point, to me, it hits above its weight class. It smells like it's more expensive than a $40, $50 fragrance, which when it first came out, that's pretty much what it was going for. So just in recent years, it's been around for so long and so many other scents that came out. Usually after scent has been out for a few years, you know, discounters tend to get a hold to it and then the price starts to drop. But like I said, that lavender, pineapple, bergamot is just sitting right up top. There is an apple and whatnot. You can smell that apple, oak moss type thing going on in the background. It gives it a little bit of depth. It's kind of thick. This is not, it's not a freshie. It is fresh, but it's not a freshie. It has some thickness in the back of it. I think a lot of that oak moss and whatnot is giving it, that oak moss geranium with the florals in the back is kind of giving it more of a cologne type of DNA, whatnot. So this is definitely not a gourmand, and it's definitely not a super citry fresh, even though you can smell the pineapple and whatnot and the bergamot sitting up top. And that lemon is definitely there. It's like it's all kind of mixed together. Now this particular one, I used to have Abercrombie and Fitch. My bottle broke. I'm not gonna buy it again. But I bought this when I heard about it being so close to the Abercrombie and Fitch because that used to be a pretty hot fragrance, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, give or take. And pretty much anytime that you went in somewhere like Macy's or whatnot, that would be one of the fragrances that the ladies would try to, you know, get you to try whatnot. I remember it, you know, very vividly. But like I said, as it's kind of calming down, you're definitely picking up that rose, but that's light. It's like the floral part of it is kind of gelled together. You got your rose, geranium, and that oak moss is definitely keeping it so that it's a fragrance that you're gonna be able to get some projection off of. I can tell you that now. There is a little tonka bean. I don't pick a whole lot of that up, but you can definitely get that sandalwood because to me, it kind of reminds me of a cedar type deal. That's what I'm getting from this. This particular fragrance, I would say 2 to 3 hours on this kind of type of fragrance. You're gonna probably have to refresh it. Like I always say, certain scents you probably want to keep a decant with you if you want to keep that top note kind of pushing while you going about your day or whatnot. This right here, to me, it does have some heaviness. I think that after about 3 hours, it's gonna probably be closer to the skin, probably within maybe 6 inches to a foot. But this top note is it's kind of on the thin side, the freshy part of it. And I can see this dying off after about 3 hours. That's pretty much what I get on my skin. After about 2.5, depending on how hot it is. Anything over 80 degrees, a lot of these particular fragrances, they tend to die out. And this is an eau de toilette, so which means it's less of a concentration of the essential oils and whatnot to make it last. But, like I said, a $30 or $40 fragrance, you really can't cry about it. And with that, see you at the next one.